Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Lorgon 111, and welcome back to Mythbearer. Not Mythbearer. What is this called? Deep Rune. The other game. I'm really enjoying this game, and I'm also really enjoying the other exploration game that I'm playing right now, Hero's Spirit, that's probably airing alongside this. I'm recording a couple weeks ahead because I'm going to be going away for Thanksgiving, and I think it's probably around Thanksgiving when this is going to air. I haven't looked very carefully at the schedule. In any case, I reviewed some notes since last time, and I definitely want to level up, throw some throwing axes at some mushrooms, because past them is going to be where I pick up the greatsword for the first time, but I need one more level up in order to be able to one-shot the mushrooms. And so I'm going back to clean up some experience that I've left behind using arrows. And so we're going to kill this guy, and we're going to kill this guy. I have no line of sight, apparently. Do I have line of sight now? Yes. Great, we're going to kill that guy. And there's one more of these guys somewhere. I think it might be right here. Actually, I think I have to climb up this side to get there. And then there's also some lichens that I can crit. I have to be behind you on the other side. All right. So we're going to kill some of these enemies in order to get some experience. I'm also going to purchase some more arrows because I'm going to want them for a number of things, I think. But let's go ahead and spend one more arrow on you. Now I'm 9 experience points away from the next level. Alright, but there's the place where we get the achievement for, like, killing 4 mushrooms with 1 axe. How much money do I have right now? Only 30. Wow, okay. That's less money than I thought that I had. Alright, well that does bring me back up to 8 arrows. Yeah. What was I saying? Right, the place where I get the achievement for killing all 4 mushrooms at once with a single throwing axe is down in this next section. But along the way, I still need to get a level up. Where am I in this screen? I'm on 3-3 of the Forsaken Crypt. This is just a Mimic with 10 gold. 10 gold is not worth it right now, because I take a lot of damage from the Mimic. Is it worth doing some arrows on this guy, for example? 2 arrows would kill this guy. Would not quite get me the level up, but then I could take out a lichen and get it. However, I think there's another flameling where I could finish him off with a melee blow, and it might be better. I take a bit of damage, though. This is not the one I'm thinking of. And then, do I want another flame brew, too? Because if I'm going to be killing a lichen, I could get this guy from behind, and then pick up the flame brew as well. Yeah, I think that's actually going to be worth it. So let's do this. Gonna pop down here, pick up the flame brew, and then I could crit this guy from behind for 36. Yeah, I think this will be good. And then if I switch weapons, oops, to the longsword, yeah, I would crit him again. What if I didn't have the longsword? Oops. Yeah, I can just punch him to death. Great. Save some durability in my weapon. Okay, and now we're almost leveled up, which means I can take a bunch of damage. And so I will perhaps do that on you. I don't need to take any fall damage here. There's a way I can climb down and get to you. So let's do that. Do I want 5 throwing axes? How much damage would I take if I attack you with the longsword a few times? He hits for 20 and I've only got 37, so yeah, that's not going to work. So I definitely need somebody I'm going to crit. So I guess it's going to be you. So yeah, I can take the damage once, and then I'm just going to leave my Vigor Ring on. Yeah, that's fine with me. And then I don't need the longsword on the second shot. Alright, so there's our level up, and now I should have enough attack power that a single throwing axe will do amazing things versus some mushrooms. And so we had peeked down here before. I think these 3 chests, by the way, are all free chests that do not have, just in case I'm wrong, don't have mimics in them. I'm gonna go ahead and save. And then try opening these chests, because I think there's some arrows in here. There's an aged ichor, that's a health potion. There's some arrows, that's the thing I really wanted. And there's a repair tool, that's nice too. Alright. Then the place that I avoided before, and I'm definitely going to now, is right up here. where there's all these mushrooms in a row who are dying to meet their end to an X. Alright, it still says it hits for 14. And these guys... Oh, they only have 13 hit points. I was thinking it was 15, but maybe I'm misremembering. I'm not sure exactly what happened here. In any case, kablam. Nice. And then up here on the next screen, I think I can pick up a greatsword. Yep, there it is. I will take some fall damage landing on top of a troll to do it. I don't need to fight the troll now. One thing I did learn as a result of watching Alex Diener's playthrough is the troll cores, which I knew could banish the various shades, the kind of like gray version of the NPCs who died, can also banish these trolls. So that's interesting. I can afford to take the fall damage, so everything's fine. So I'm going to grab my greatsword. I'm going to take some fall damage. At this point, I don't need to be wearing the Vigor Ring, so I'm going to switch back to the Power Ring. And just out of curiosity... yeah, this guy hits way too hard. Alright. And then I think I followed some water over here. No, I take a little bit more fall damage. That's unfortunate, but it's for a greatsword. It's for a good cause. Alright. That was the main thing that I had kind of planned for the start of this episode. I think with the greatsword and all the arrows that I currently have, we could probably take on the next boss. And that would open up a whole lot of stuff for me, especially now that I'm a cleric and I have extra magic points. So let's actually go check that out. Boss number 2 is the gatekeeper, who's right over here, I believe. Actually, no. Where is the gatekeeper? He was further up, actually. Alright, I will go meet you guys at the gatekeeper. Alright, that didn't take long. I found him. So, I can hit him for 5 with my fists, or I can hit him for 11 with the bow, which isn't bad. And I've got a bunch of arrows, so I can take him down that way. Or my throwing axes hit for 14. Since this guy is too wide, I believe what I observed in Alex's playthrough is that the throwing axes actually hit him twice. And so each of these throwing axes would be worth 28, which is pretty great. And so I feel like my arrows are going to be worth more in the long run. And so I think I might use the throwing axes now to get things started. There are some things that throwing axes can do that the arrows can't do, in terms of like hitting multiple enemies. But yeah, let's give this a try. Let's before we do this, let's drop a save in case somehow I misunderstood or misremembered. But if I throw an axe, it does hit him twice for 28, basically. Yeah, so that's pretty great. So I think I'm definitely going to spend at least a couple of throwing axes that way. And then if I switch now to the bow and arrow, I would hit for 11 with each of these. And then if I finally finish with the greatsword, I can survive a hit, and I could hit him for 19. So yeah, let's go ahead and just get that hit in for now. And then we'll switch back to the bow. And then, looks like 4 arrows, and then I'd be able to finish him off with a punch. I think so. Alright. And so I'm going to want to switch back to the Vigor Ring. And I'm going to want to unequip this so I don't lose... Oh, I can only hit him for 3 that way. Let's just switch back to the longsword then. Got plenty of hits on this. There we go. That'll finish this guy off. Alright, we got the balance rune. And so, here is our fast travel guy. Who it looks like I might need to use, or I could just walk back for now. There's a shop over here that I thought I was going to gain access to already, but apparently not quite yet. And remind me what spells I have learned. I learned Barrier and Soul Volley. So Soul Blast versus Soul Volley. Volley can shoot more distance and hits harder. And Barrier nullifies a single hit. Oh, and I forgot about this. Crap. I had magic I could have spent, so we have to reload. I'm a cleric. I need to behave like a cleric. And I still have 10 magic, and by killing a boss, I get all of my magic back. So we need to open this battle with some spell casting. Completely forgot. Soul Blast hits for 40. So let's cast Soul Blast and get that initial 40 damage on him. Then we can do all the other things that we were doing. So we'll get one hit with the Greatsword. And then, do I still need to spend the throwing axes versus arrows? Is there any way I can kind of like optimize this? If each one does 28, like right now, if I'm going to finish with the longsword, which deals 11, that would be 55. I mean, it's kind of perfect 5 arrows. Yeah, I think let's just use our 5 arrows then. Although I'm going to take off the power ring, and then that's going to get me in trouble right at the end. So let's use 1 bit of throwing axes, I think. Okay. So, use throwing axe. Then I'm going to use some arrows. And now he's down to 16, and if I switch to the longsword, that only hits for 11, so we still need another arrow. Alright. And then I can switch rings back to the Vigor ring, so I'll have that. Just verifying that I have 0 magic points right now, which is what I want. And then we're going to finish this guy off with the longsword. There we go. And now I am back up to 30 magic points, but this time I spent them, and as a result saved some of my throwing axe resources. So that's great. Now from here, where does it make sense to go next? Once again, I have Barrier and Soul Volley, and I have some fast travel to go back up to where Garm, the previous boss, was. But remind me, if I go down here, there's like 1 guardian and then like some slimes and things that I can get around to the back of the shop, I think. Or I could fall down here around the serpent. Actually, I think that might be where I want to go. Well, it depends on if I want to fight this guy up front first. He's only worth 8 experience, and he's still hitting me very hard. So I think going through the slimes makes better sense. So I want to be, yeah, basically where we just defeated the boss, and I want to fall into the water. So that's what we'll do. After careful evaluation of different possibilities. So I'm going to do this, fall down here into the water, ignore the serpent for now. I think I don't have any keys. Is that true? I have 1 key right now. All right. And these guys I can probably one-shot barehanded. Correct. And that just gives me experience. That's fine. And then if I go up here, I can go through the odd wall and gain access to the main shop, which once again has the final boss's eyes in hand. And there's 5 keys here, and the Rune Wand halves the MP cost of spells. I want to get this. Since I'm a cleric, I want to cast more spells. But that involves me cleverly managing all of my resources in order to gain all 5 keys, and so I need to not spend excess keys when I can get to both sides of places. So, I think there's more that we need to explore around here then. For example, there's a key right there. However, I need the Disillusion spell in order to be able to get to the top of that, and I don't have the Disillusion spell, which means I am going to need to fight another boss. And I think the next boss is just down near the start of the next area. So let's possibly take a peek at him. Let's also go ahead and open up this potential shortcut. If I were to crit you with my greatsword, I can 2-shot you. You'll deal a lot of damage to me. Do I have some other places where I can clean up? Not super easily right now. I guess I do have a bunch of arrows, so I could shoot some of the flamelings out of the sky in order to get my next level up. Yeah, so let's go ahead and open up this shortcut. So I'm going to hit you once. Going to switch to the power ring. Now I can finish you off. And I could probably finish you off with just the longsword. Oh, I'm just short. Alright, I don't mind spending more greatsword on you, so that's fine. So I'll do that. And now I'll need 5 more experience in order to get the next level up. And before I commit to any of that, let's actually travel down here. Pretty sure I don't take any fall damage here. And you're the next boss. And let's just take a quick look at how I could do against you with my... I could hit for 30 apiece on these, so I could deal like 90 damage just with the throwing axes. And then arrows, it looks like, would deal 22. Because you don't have defense, I see. And so... How many arrows do I have? 9? Yeah, that's enough to take you out, for sure. I also wonder... Let's wonder together. If I use a flame brew, does it cause my throwing axes, like both hits of the throwing axe, to become empowered? So normally I'd hit this guy for 30 with throwing axes, because I could do 2 hits of 15. He has 251 hit points. So if I use a flame brew, and then throw throwing axes, it did not empower the throwing axes. So that's what I was curious about. So we're going to reload from this save now that we know that information. And so these could deal 30, and these, oops, deal what? 22 apiece. Since you don't have defense, like, feels like throwing axes are also nice because I think they cut through enemy defense. So I think it's more economical just to spend a bunch of arrows on you. And remind me, you, if I were meleeing, would hit back for 31, which I can't take. Yeah, so I think we just want to use a bunch of arrows in you. And 9 arrows would almost get me there. I just have a save, so let's just go ahead and spend the 9 arrows. And so after spending that, I can hit you for 30. I need 453, so I still need to survive another attack somehow, which I can't do. So I could either plan to use a potion, in which case I need 1 fewer arrow. Yeah, I think that's probably the best thing to do. So let's reload. We've done this a few times, it's fine. And so what I want to do is use a potion, hit you with the greatsword, then hit you with a bunch of arrows, and I do need to spend the final one, yes. And then can I finish you off with the longsword? Probably not. Yeah, just short. So then we'll finish you off with the greatsword. And this will also get us a level up, in which case I want to switch rings back to this so I have more hit points. Alright, we got the insight rune. And so I have 20 insight, great, and I've learned the disillusion spell, which is like one of the most important things, because that's going to open up tons and tons of stuff. So let's go ahead and set things on disillusion, and we'll go start finding places to cast it, such as right here. Oh, I forgot about magic. I forgot to use my magic. I'm a cleric. Once again, I have 30 magic points, which means I should cast spells. Soul Blast. Just dealt 40 damage to you. That's great, yes. So we'll cast 3 Soul Blasts, and then see how that changes the calculus. So now you're down to 131 already. Yeah, so I might not have to use any potions. And I'll go through fewer, whatchamacalls, arrows. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Is there anybody else that possibly I could take some damage hitting? I'd have to spend a key over there. I don't want to do that right now. And I do want to have this when I level up. Okay. Oh! I did it. Oops. I think I need to reload. Because I think leaving the room also might have reset his health. Okay. So, for the umpteenth time... oh, boy. I want to cast Soul Blast 3 times. Then I want to fire the bow a bunch of times. And then I want to finish wearing this ring and hitting you with this in order to level up. And then that's going to bring me back up to 40 magic points. Okay, now I'm happy that I've done everything correctly there. So we're going to save over our save spot. Then we're going to go here, cast Disillusion. Because I remember there's a chest here. Do I have written down what it is? This is Cave of Origin. I don't. What is this? It's a flame brew. All right, that's nice. Those Makara are still beyond our pay grade. And I think there's not anything good for me over here right now either. Yeah. We just looked at this. And I don't think there's anything... Oh, there is an illusion here. I did not remember that. A moon water. Oh, that's really useful. I'm a cleric, and now I have a way to get all my magic back. And I should look at... I got a bunch of spells. What are they? I got Beseech, which does what? Converts level into Insight. And I don't need to do that right now. And I've got Divine Passage and Divine Ascent for traveling. Okay. So, I know what spells I have in my inventory. Let's go ahead and get another room on the map over here. And let's cast Disillusion in it, just in case there is any. There's a troll, and there's Stygander, who seems to be dead. How sad. Okay, now that we have Disillusion, there's a gazillion places to go back to. So let's start going back to all of the places. I don't remember where they all are offhand. So we'll simply cast Disillusion in every room that we get to, in case something amazing happens. And I should also start thinking about basically how I'm going to get my next level up. I think I might have overflowed my experience, and it might not have carried on to the next level. I'll have to pay more attention to that in post. It might be the case that I need to work on leveling up more appropriately now, too. I don't think there's any illusions in here. But just in case. Okay, there are not. Okay, so... I think everything is going to be back up at higher levels that we need to Disillusion. And... we have access to a bit of fast travel, but I don't want to be using it right now because I want to cast Disillusion in all the rooms in order to find stuff like that. And with this guy still alive, I could just walk over there, I'm pretty sure. So let's go ahead and save. And then if I walk on top of you, you're a platform that allows me to get over here. Have I been here? This is Sunken Castle 1-3. I don't remember if I came here before or had this on my map, so I'm not sure what's going to be in these chests. I don't know that I'm interested in finding that out right now. Do I take any fall damage here? I do. So we're going to reload. But we have that opened up, and so we'll be able to investigate that again when we come back down at some point in the future. So let's continue casting Disillusion in all the rooms. Yeah, I didn't think there was anything there. And I should definitely use a fast travel warp to get to that guy and reclose the stairway, perhaps, so that I can travel across that place I was just at. Do I need to disillusion underwater in here? I don't remember. So let's do a quick look around. Nothing here. Don't think there's anything here either. The next couple of rooms I'm not so sure about. Nothing in this room. There's Makara guarding that stuff. So that's still a little too tough for me. And then up in this direction, I've also just forgotten. There were the trolls. Was there a way to climb just up and out of here? Yes. And I think it does circle around to somewhere where I could just fall back in the water. And so just... oh no, I fall down to where there's a key, don't I? I can fall down here safely. But then there's a key down here if I take this fall damage, I think. Which eventually I probably need to do. But it's probably better for me to time it to a place where I'm in need of kind of like spending some hit points. Yes, this brings me here, and I can just fall here because I fall in the water. Yeah. Okay, so we did a circle there. And there aren't any illusions here, I don't think. Alright, well, that's fine. I do need to climb back up here. Eventually I'll want to kill you for throwing axes. I should also keep in mind... yeah, spells for fighting. Like, I could use Soul Volley against Flamelings, for example, rather than arrows. Alright, so there is an illusion here. This will get me to a repair tool, and it'll get me the opportunity to go down into where there was a key, I think. I definitely want the repair tool. And then let's go ahead and drop a save right here. There is a quick save system, and I've never bothered to figure out exactly how it works. I'm comfortable with just save and loads that are explicit. I don't take fall damage there. I can get a key, but then I will take fall damage next, and I think I'm going to take like 7 points of fall damage and wind up back somewhere where I don't want to be right now. So I know that that key is there. We can pick it up again in the future. Once again, when I have some hit points to spend right before I'm going to level up, that's the ideal time to come back to these places where I need to take some fall damage. In here, nothing to disillusion here. And I don't remember how tough that mimic is. While I'm thinking about it, I'm going to warp to the Sunken Castle, just so I can hit this, so that if I arrive from this side, I'll be able to. Then I'm going to warp back here. And continue casting my Disillusion spell. Right, I can cast it right up at the start of the game and get the 4th rune, and then have access to all the spells. And I don't think there's any reason not to do that. So I think I want to do that. I left a Flameling, no, Hollow Soul or something up here, because I would have had to spend an arrow on him from one side. I forgot when I was over here to shoot an arrow at him from this side where I could crit him. There's also a Mimic up there, but that Mimic only has, I think, some gold or something. It's not particularly important. Don't think there's anything to disillusion here. But there might be here. Perhaps not. And I don't think there's anything over here. We'll take a quick peek. Alright, in that case... over to the left, I don't think that there's anything for me to disillusion right now. I think there is possibly something to disillusion right here. No, I'm wrong. And there are a bunch of skeletons there. That could be a good place to work on a next level up, potentially. And so disillusion, remind me, does get rid of these shades, just like troll cores would. And so I could use it around here, but I don't think I need to. The odd grave is over here somewhere. there's a key that I'm going to need to go back for. Again, taking a small amount of fall damage. Disillusion doesn't do anything here near the Odd Grave, where I think there's going to be another ending to the game, perhaps. And I think... Right, I haven't gone down here either. And I think there's a key down here, and there's some moon water. So eventually, I will want to cast Divine Passage. So when I get down to 16 magic points, ideally, I'd like to come in here, cast Divine Passage, pick up the moon water, fall down, etc., etc. So I have places that I want to spend excess HP before I level up, and I have places that I want to spend excess magic points, either before I'm about to fight another boss, or... Does disillusioning my soul give me my magic points back? I'm not sure. I guess we'll find... Oh, look, it's called Rune, but it looks like me as a cleric rather than... Okay, so it always looks like your own personal character right now. So I'm currently at 40 magic points, just in case this is going to do something I don't want it to. We'll overwrite our save. So if I cast Disillusion, it does 50-50. Okay, so I have to spend 40 magic points profitably before we cast Disillusion up here. So that was totally worth learning. So in that case, unless there's something up here to Disillusion, which I don't think there is, then I think the next thing I want to do is to spend the magic points, is to go spend them right over here. And I'll also spend a small amount of hit points, I guess, on this guy. I can probably just hit you with the longsword. Can I hit you unarmed? Yeah, I can kill you unarmed. You're going to hit me back for 4. That's fine. I'm okay with this. So let's cast Divine Passage. Alright, which lets us walk across here. We can pick up our moon water that we so deserve. And then I can click this, and I'm going to take some fall damage, but that's fine. Alright, and then is there anything to disillusion here? No? And I think it's okay to just go ahead and kill you just to get a look at the next room. There's an illusion down here. I don't think I've ever been down here necessarily. Also, there's like 4 guys in here. Do I have the spell that... I don't. There's a spell that leeches hit points from all the enemies on the screen. I don't know it yet, but this would be a nice place to use it potentially. I think I'm willing to go ahead and just kill these slimes, though, in order to see what else is down here. And pick up these things. So, I don't know that I've ever been down here before. There is a chest full of mystery. I think there's a way to detect if you're a mimic, but I don't know what it is. So I'm going to choose to save. And then just walk up and try to open the chest. It's gold. 50 gold. That's a lot of gold. I like it. Maybe I did come at this from another angle. It seems vaguely familiar. Maybe I'm making it up. Can I cast Disillusion here? I cannot. Ooh, Blood Ring. Tell me more. Absorb HP from the slain. Neat. Yeah, let's put that on. And go try it out. Also, did I cast Disillusion on the screen? I doubt it's going to do anything. It does not. Alright. So I did not find this previously. This was new information to me. And with the Blood Ring, I presume it's going to give me like 2 hit points per kill. But we'll just try it out on Mr. Slimy over here, who I can just punch to death. So I currently have 15 HP. And now I have 17. Alright. So indeed. Gives you 2 HP per kill. And then this just brings me back out up here. Right, up here in the snake room. Okay. And we collected some moon water. We spent some resources in terms of HP and stuff. But overall, that is very good profit. And I still have 24 more magic that I can try to spend profitably somewhere. So I just need to figure out where. And wow. Alright, I've been enjoying this, but I think perhaps we've done enough for today. yeah, so I think I'm just going to leave it here. I'm going to say, I hope as always that you guys are having a great day. But with all the information that I know about how this map is laid out and how the various game mechanics work, I'm now rocketing through a second playthrough and already starting to see stuff that we haven't seen before. So I'm going to say I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll see you again soon for more Deep Rune. For now, bye-bye.